Good morning. Here at M&R Trailers, we got something new and different. We thought we'd film this build out from the beginning to the end. What we have here is a client brought this to us, had it shipped from France all the way here. It's an H van built in France, and it's kind of cute. It's kind of interesting, and we thought we would film this from beginning to end so that you could take a look at a build out on a small truck like this. So we're going to walk around right now and just take a look at the exterior and the interior as it is when it came to us. Then we'll show you the build out as we go. Let's take a walk. You can see the front end is very unique. It's pretty well what they build and use in France and that area in Europe, and it's pretty typical. But you can see it's a interesting little machine. It's set up with a spare tire rack, which is built into the fender area. It's set up in the back where if I can get it open. Here we go. Yeah. You got to be from France to open these. Oh. There we go. So you see it pretty well opened up, a little different. I was pulling the wrong way, but we just got it. Like I said, we're not sure how it works yet, but we'll figure that out as we go. But it's kind of unique, and here's the unique part about it is, for as small as it is, I can actually stand up in the van and walk around in it. It's amazing, the height. So we don't have a lot of width, so this is going to have to be an interesting build. We have a side door here, so we're probably going to lose that side door in this build out because we're fighting for wall space as it is. But you can see it's all open, and what we're going to do is we have a floor plan already put together. We'll show that to you at the beginning of the build out. And just to get an idea of what we got here, I think we'll all be surprised when it's done. We're kind of looking forward to seeing how it comes together. We'll do the best we can, but we've been pretty good so far, so we got a lot of confidence in this. All right, folks, wait for the next chapter. Okay, folks, we're back at the French truck from France that we showed a short film on the truck before we started, and let you know we were going to show it again when we got it framed. So let's take a look at where we are at stage 2. Come on inside, and if you've seen stage 1, it was the empty truck. What we've done in here, we've added all of the framing, we've cut out for the window system, and the framing, as you can see, is the truck is rounded out on the outside, so we wanted to keep that. So we brought the pieces up on the angle to receive it, then came in with a plumb wall straight through, so everything's straight up and down for all of our finished product, so it's straight. What's happened, and we didn't go over top of the wheel wells here, because in this trailer, you'll see later, we're going to have counter coming through and a bulkhead in front and openings for storage wherever they have it, because they're limited, so we're going to give them every inch we can give them. We got the wall we built across behind the seats, because you'll see later, the hot water heater will be over here, and the system for the Ansel will be hanging here, and the hood will be hanging over here. So we got this set up for the hood. We've got 2 tanks in here. We've got a water tank, and we have a 20-gallon fresh water and a 29-gallon waste, which we built here in the shop because we had to build it to 15% larger to get the tank we needed. They're right now just sitting here loose because basically I'm laying this out. You see the propane bottle here. We're going to build a propane cabinet which will come out and around and go in and seal off to where this door was. This door will no longer open when we're done because we'll have our propane cabinet in here all sealed and a door from the outside to take the propane in and out, which we'll show you later. But you got to get all set up for it. So the stage we're at now is the opening and the sealing for the air conditioner, all the framing, the electrical in place for the switches, the plugs, and for the this is the service cable. When we get this all done, we'll be running it out the door with a plug on the outside of the door right there, as well as the water fills and everything. And all these tanks will be covered over. we're going to have our counter across, all the way across the front with our sink in it, top on it, and bulkhead down the front, so all this will be inside the cabinet and have cabinet openings here in the face. The cabinet top will come all the way around, all the way around, and all the way around up to where the hood starts. Then you have your stainless here in your hood. But just taking you through a step at a time, you can see our framing, our setup. We have our electrical panel here all, actually we even got it wired off and set to the breakers already. So we can, we do a little testing to make sure we got continuity everywhere and we don't cover it up until we know it's good. So that's where we're at. Not a big change, but this is the part that don't look like much. When you start covering the walls, all they do is say, wow, look what they did. But we got to get all of the basic skeleton together properly before we go forward. So that's where we're at. This was stage 2, and we're going to do take 3 here in a few days and show you how far we got. And the last take will be rolling out the door. You see the finished product. So stick around, keep up with the films. We'll be there with you. Okay, folks, here we are again back on our little truck from France. I think the last clip you've seen was the framing going inside. Well, it's 100% finished, getting ready to ship. So let's just walk around and see what we've made out of this little French truck. As you can see inside, there is a wall built on the cab. That's that white wall you see behind the seats. Therefore, we added some seat belts and some things inside that was needed, and that made the cab. Coming back to where they're going to do the serving, we cut in the whole window system here, match the pane up. So when we open it, it opens the truck. We bring our tray up, and we're set to go. All right, they have their serving windows and screens here, and let's walk on back. The truck did not have any room for generator, so we had to come up with a way to give them their generator. So we built them a little custom trailer and matched it up to the truck and put a roof on it. Added a little door here to fill the fuel inside the top of the generator and locked the generator off, and it has a drop gate in the back to roll the generator right out. So this will be, they can take this off and move it, put it 50 feet from the truck or whatever they want to do. But let's walk around the truck the rest of the way here. We finished the inside of the doors and everything, but we'll look at that as we go in. On this side, there used to be a sliding door here to get in and out of the truck. The door is still here, but we fixed it. It's all bolted closed, and we ended up building, we had to have a place for the propane tank that was boxed in, but not in the truck. So we cut the side of this door out and put a cabinet in it, which we put our LP tank, our regulators, and all our gas shutoffs so that it can be secured from out here with no gas entering the truck. As you can see, I left a pocket at the end of the box to get the power to the outside and to get the water fills for the tanks and get the drains for the drain tank. This truck is built, the frame is the lowest part of the truck, the wheels are through the frame. You couldn't put any tanks under the truck, everything had to go on the floor. So that's why you see the lowest point is the drain tank, and it's at the bottom of the floor. And then that's how we created the outside for hook. So if they have power, they can plug in like we're plugged in the shop. If they don't, they can plug right to their generator. Well, let's walk inside and see what we got out of this. You can see from the top, we matched the paint up. This is the fan hood system. That's the air conditioning system, and that pipe system in the front is the stack for their gas LP hot water heater. All right, let's go in the back of this, Richard. All right, like I said, this truck is 6 foot wide and 8 foot long. That's not a lot of space. We had to do a lot of calculating before we started this truck. Our people in the drafting department made the AutoCAD prints and drew them up within 1/8 of an inch of every item that we had, and then we still had to do some adjusting and planning. You just don't, the tops are at a level which they had to be to let the refrigerators meet the ceiling, and there's a lot of planning. But in the truck we have a 36-inch hood system, we have a 2-burner hot top stove top, and we have a double pan French fry burner here. We have a refrigerator that with a glass door here. We have the second refrigerator over here with a little freezer. And we have the third refrigerator underneath the unit here. This unit up in the front, this is a refrigerated sandwich prep. Which you've got it, and you have all the pieces in. It has the lettuce to cut up, all the salad, whatever you want to use refrigerated for dressings for your salad that you're making. You have a hand sink here, which is required. And I'll move to the side underneath this cutting board, which we added to the top. Because of the spacing, we give them a cutting board to allow them to have something to cut on or roast meat on, and you still have a 3-bay sink under it with your faucet system here. But this gives them some more top area and some more room, because a lot of counter space. So this is the counter area. Right behind that refrigerator, you can see it sticking out here. We've put the hot water heater back in the corner on the front and vented it through the roof, and it's all piped through the bottom. The panel for the whole truck is here. Full service panel with everything labeled and everything down on the circuits for all the equipment, which we pre-figure out what circuits, how many breakers we need, and what's to operate it. The gas piping from the box I showed you outside comes through the cabinet, and if you come on up, Richard, and we'll take a shot in here, and you can see where we've come out with the gas out of the wall here, come right into a manifold and go right to shutoff valves. So each unit has its own shutoff, and you can see right now we got 3.5 ounces of pressure in the tanks. It's stabilized, it stays that way. As long as you see pressure, you know you don't have leaks. So when you get in here, you look right down at your gauge and says, hey, it's right where I left it last night, there's nothing leaking, which is important. We don't want nobody to get killed. Because we tell everybody, pipes will loosen, you must check them out. I know it's tight here, so let's see what we can do. I will show you basically what we did down here. We made excesses for all the areas to get in, but if you can get an idea that there is a holding tank, we made the holding tank. It had to be custom sized, so we built it. It's all out of 1/4-inch aluminum plate, and the holding tank sits here. The fresh water sits behind it coming back to the corner. So we got a 32-gallon waste and a 20-gallon fresh. And we got the fills going out the end of the cabinet to the outside where you see them. And then that's pretty well, there's a little bit of storage to throw some supplies on top, but not a lot. This locks back up. And then if you want to see what we got over here, because of the system not having room outside, everything had to be in here. So we have the Ansel system, which is the tank, the control box and everything for the fire Ansel is all underneath the cabinets, accessible. The tank will come out and fill. You can get to the tank, the gauge tank, and still get to your plumbing. The water pump is underneath here where you can get to it. And so we have accessibility. And you got a K-class fire extinguisher, grease extinguisher here, readily easy to pick up and use, like so. And then it sets right back in its hook, and goes to the floor. And these panels here only open on occasions where you need to get in to store things, but which won't be every day opening. They'll be shut off. And actually, we have a fluorescent light. We have our AC controls here. Shelving above with the hooks where you can hang your pans, so your health department gets their drip drain system for your washing pots and pans. And there's no room left over, but it is everything they needed to have to do what they needed to do. They have the serving window at the top here. We have a top there. We have an outside tray, and they're pretty well set. So that's our final episode on our pig truck, and we kind of nicknamed it because of the look of it. It's a nickname in France, a pig truck, but it's a cute little vehicle. It's going to draw a lot of attention, and it's on the way to Fort Lauderdale Beach, which will be operating right on the beach in Fort Lauderdale. Well, go find us, give us a call. We can find you one of these if you get a kick out of it. There's more available, and it's not that bad of costing to get them over here as we thought. We were very surprised, but they are available. You just have to search them down and bring them in, but we can help you with that. So if you want a little truck like this, you think this is cute, give us a call. We'll fix you up. Well, here we are, folks. We're finally outside with this fine little French truck all finished up, ready to go on the road. Standing beside me to my left are two young ladies who are the owners of this truck. And they're going to put this truck to work, and I'm going to go ahead and let them say hello and say where they're going to be, and maybe I'll ask them to comment about what they think of their truck. Hopefully that comes out okay. And so at this time, ladies, what do you think? Where are you from? What are you going to do? What are you going to make?
First of all, thank you so much. We absolutely love the work that you've done here at M&R Trailers. I'm Sydney. This is Ayelet. This is our H-Van. You can find us in Broward County.
And at thehvan.com. She's beautiful.
That's great.
We can't thank you enough.
Everybody's happy, and we're going to put them on the road. We're going to go start selling. What are you going to serve? That's what you've done.
Falafel.
Mediterranean cuisine.
Oh,
Come
boy.
check us out.